If you're on the hunt for a home near the Emory campus, well, stay tuned. I have a great home that I'm going to share with you. It is right behind me here, you guys. It has a lot of surprises in store that I can't wait to share with you. I'll spoil one. It has a 5-car garage. That is just hard to find in homes, especially near the Emory area. Stick around. I'm going to give you a tour inside this home and then show you what is surrounding this home. But first, let me introduce myself. My name's Molly, and welcome back to my channel where I talk all things living here in the Atlanta area. Thank you for joining me. I've got a special episode for you today to talk about this home. I am formally listing it, and I know you guys all like seeing inside homes, so stay tuned. I'm going to go inside there in just a second, but first I should put this up on a map so you can see exactly where this home is located. And you're going to see it is right by the Emory campus. It's right by the VA hospital that's just right behind this house, and it's also, of course, by the CDC. Now you may be asking, what neighborhood is this located in? I would say it's in like the North Druid Hills neighborhood. I've got a whole vlog tour of that neighborhood here on my channel. It's also kind of in this Mason Mill neighborhood that's kind of carved out of the North Druid Hills neighborhood. I know it's kind of confusing, but I would just describe this home as being in the North Druid Hills area. It's right off of Claremont Road, which is a busier road, but this is set back so far that you're not going to even know that you're just right off of Claremont Road. Now, a couple things that are exciting about this home. Let me just talk about what's on the exterior that you're going to love. First of all, this is on a dead-end street. You can see kind of like over this hill, there's nothing much more over this hill, just a few houses and then a dead end. So, you know, if you've got children learning to ride their bike or they're trying to throw a ball around the street, you don't have to worry much about cut through traffic because there's not going to be any. This is a very quiet street. If you're looking for some privacy, you can certainly get that with this home. There's probably only, 9-10 homes total on this street. So that is something that I really like about this. Now, if you are a nature lover and you love taking walks and nature trail walks and hikes, stay tuned because there are a lot of different walking trails you can get to from this home, a lot of green spaces. I'm going to tackle that after I show you inside this home because I know you all want to see inside, so hang with me. A couple of other things that is great about this home, like I mentioned in my intro, there is not just a 2-car garage, but a 5-car garage. So if you've got a lot of cars, you're gonna love this home because you have all of that. Another thing is you got a big backyard. You can fit a pool back there if you wanted to. This backyard is really just waiting for you to create whatever you want to do with it. Now, there's more. I'm going to get to it. So let me just head inside and we will talk about this home more in detail. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that you have a huge rocking chair front porch. I love this just to be able to hang out and watch the day go by. Tons of space, and that's going to be the theme throughout this home when you see it. There is just tons of space. Everything's a little bit oversized. You're not going to feel like any room is cramped. Now, a couple of details about this home. So the main home here has 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, but surprise, again, in the basement area, there are 2 one-bedroom apartments. Now, you don't have to use them as apartments. You could probably change it out and make it more of like a fun rec center. But yeah, if you're looking for a rental income, or maybe you have a multi-generational family, you're looking for that kind of a space, this home has it. So I'll show you that here in a little bit. So in total, there are 7 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, and this is a huge home. It's over 60, it's just about 6,600 square feet. So a lot of rooms to show you. So come on, let's go inside. Okay, so this is just the first level that I have covered so far, and you can see right off of the entryway, you have this formal living room space. Now, right across the hallway is this giant bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. Now, if you need that fifth bedroom, you can use this as a bedroom. This is staged as an office, but you can make this a fifth bedroom, and then you could actually turn this formal living room into an office if you wanted to. So there's a lot of options, but just notice the size of all these rooms. And that's one thing, all the bedrooms, there's not one bedroom that gets cheated. There's no little brother or sister that's going to get the smaller room. All the bedrooms are good size. Just wait till you see that. You have this a large dining room area. I mean, this is just a staging table, so it's not as big as it could be, but you could fit like a family of 12 around here and enjoy those holiday meals, that kind of thing. And then if you notice, there is this little cutout, and this cutout is gonna be on all levels of this home, and you could actually build an elevator here. So if you're someone that's looking for space for an elevator, this home is basically outfitted and ready for one. So this is just a home that you can really grow into and have multi-generations living with you if you wanted to. And then of course we have our big living room area and open to the kitchen area. It is just one nice big spacious space. And did you see all of the storage in this mudroom area? Huge storage closet in there. That is just one thing that is not lacking, is storage space. But let me keep going. I'm gonna head upstairs next and show you all of the secondary bedrooms. As you can see on the second story, you're gonna get 4 bedrooms. All of these bedrooms are great sizes. There's a Jack and Jill bathroom on one side, and then there's an ensuite on the other secondary bedroom. Plus you get that oversized primary suite that you can retreat to if you want to get away from everything. But just check out this hallway. I don't know if you can really tell in my video, but it is super wide, and here is that little nook again. If you were to install an elevator, you could do so right here, or if not, you know, you could put a cute little credenza on there. You also have a laundry room up here, and just lots of storage, lots of big closet spaces. So hang on, there's still more to see. I'm gonna go down in the downstairs, and this is where things get interesting, where you could turn this into an in-law suite, rental income potential. I'll tell you more about it next. Okay, so you're gonna have to excuse a little bit of the mess. The seller is still working on cleaning out this apartment because she just had tenants here not too long ago. But this is one of 2 apartments here in the terrace level. And this is the bigger one of them that I'm showing you here first. It has like a kitchenette. It isn't a full kitchen, but I'm guessing you could install a full kitchen if you would want to, but you've got a separate dining space here. There is a laundry room area, and then you go across the hall and then you get into the bedroom and the bathroom area. And this door you can lock from the stairwell up to the main floor, so you can be completely separated from your tenants. Or maybe you've got in-laws that are staying here, you want to have them have their own space. You can put them down here, they'll have their own separate area. You can have your own separate entrance, which is what I'm about to go out of, and they can enter from the side of the home. There's also a garage that if they wanted to park in the garage, they could park through there and have a parking space, which is unusual for an apartment in a terrace level. But you got this patio area right out here, and then right behind me here is the door to the other apartment. So let me go in there next. So here is your 2nd bedroom apartment, and you'll see that it has a door with direct access to the garage. So if you have someone that with handicap disabilities and they need a stepless entry, I mean, they literally can pull into this garage, pull into this door, and they've got a kitchenette area, and then they've got their full living room, bedroom space area. So you can do a lot with this space. I mean, if you don't really want tenants and you want to just blow this out into a big rec room, you certainly can do that. But the great thing is, if you're looking for some income producing property potential, this has 2 apartments, and I would say they'd be easy. You could easily rent them out to students over at Emory. In fact, the owner of this home has rented them out to Emory students in the past, and they have a separate entrance, so you really don't have to interact with them if you don't want to. So that is just a really unique feature that you're not going to find in other homes here near Emory. So great asset. Now let me take you out in the backyard because there's a few more things I want to share with you. If you're wanting a big backyard, definitely you achieve that with this home. I mean, there is definitely space here for a pool. So if that's something you're looking for, you can certainly put a pool in here and still have some grass space left over. Another unique feature about this home is that the owner of this house had put in a well. So if you don't want to drink the Atlanta city water, you've got an option for well water. And all you have to really do is maintain the filtration system, and you've got well water. And that's kind of a cool feature. Now, you can see behind me, it is still not quite in full blooming season yet. We're kind of pre-spring, so imagine all these trees are going to be filled with leaves. It's going to feel very private. But right beyond catty corner from here, there is the VA hospital. But again, like I said, if you like nature trail walking, you can get direct access. There are some nature trails right in your backyard that you can get on, connect to, and it'll take you over to the Lowwater Park Preserve. Now, I've mentioned this in my Druid Hills vlog tour, so that's a nice place to go and get a little bit of hiking, nature trail walking in. Now, there is not a direct access from this backyard. You could tear down some of the fence to have your own direct access, but luckily the neighbor next door allows you to get on their property and walk over there, and you can follow those trails and get over to the Emory campus. And honestly, if you wanted to walk to work, it'd be quicker to cut through this nature trail and get over to the Emory campus. But I know some of you like to drive and not get all messy and dirty, but Speaking of convenience though, there's another person that lives on the street. I'm told that she'll sometimes ride a scooter to work because she works over at Emory. So she'll ride one of those e-scooters. You can certainly ride a bike there very easily. Or if you don't want to deal with weather or walking, you can just walk out to the main Claremont Road, and right in front of the VA hospital, there is an Emory bus that you could ride and take you onto the campus. So a lot of options here where you don't have to use your car if you don't want to. Now, I will say that home is best seen in person, so if you want to take a personal tour, reach out to me, or if you have questions, don't be shy, you can reach out to me. All my contact information is down in that comment section. Don't be shy, I love helping you guys out, finding the perfect place to live. So now I want to show you from leaving that house, how close we are to some walking trails, to Emory, that kind of thing. So if you were to drive over to Emory, it's only about 2 miles away, so it would take you about 5 to 9 minutes, just kind of depending on traffic. Now, also, if you want to do grocery shopping, lucky for you, you are 1 mile away from the Toco Hills shopping area. I'm not going to cover that area today, but I've shown it in several different vlog tours, my Oak Grove vlog tour, my, I think, North Decatur vlog tour, North Druid Hills vlog tour, but that is a huge shopping center. Also a lot of restaurants over there. There's a Publix and a Kroger, and they even have a kosher section in that Kroger grocery store. So that is very easy to get to. And then there are the green spaces. So you're 1 mile away from the W.D. Thompson Park. It has some playground equipment. I think there's some tennis courts there. It's been a while since I've been over there. I'll see if I can grab a shot of that to throw up here. And then there's also the Mason Mill Park, which I'm going to head to here in a little while. And there is some walking trails called the Peachtree Creek Park. And they will interconnect between Mason Mill Park, Medlock Park, and over into the Emory campus, and then over into like the Low Water Preserve area that I was talking about earlier. So a lot of great walking trails, and I'm going to head down Claremont Road here and head over to what they call the Claremont East Side campus. So it'll just kind of give you a feel of what that would look like. So let's go. Okay, so right on the right-hand side of me is the VA hospital. It's right here off of Claremont Road. So if you happen to work over there, I mean, literally, you should just be walking to work. It's just down this hill. Now, I will say, going back home, you do have to go up this huge hill on Claremont. Now, back in my marathon training days, I used to run up this hill. I still remember how tough this hill is to run up, but if you're walking, not so bad. But let me keep going, and I'm going to show you where you can hit this walking trail. Now I'm officially on the Peachtree Creek Trail, but before I veered off, if I would have went like 0.2 more miles, I would have been over at the Claremont Emory campus. So from that entrance to the house I just showed you, that's about 0.8 miles. But now I'm walking on the Peachtree Creek Trail, and it's so nice out that I'm just gonna walk over to Mason Mill Park. And I love that park because of these trails that you can get on. And there's also the DeKalb Tennis Center, and there's the sweetest little playground. So if you have kids, you can hop over Claremont. It's about 0.8 miles if you drove over there, and you can play on just like the greatest little playground area as well. So yeah, you do not have to live by the Beltline to get on some trails. I love these walking trails, and if you are a walker, a jogger, this is just a great option. It's basically in your backyard, and because yeah, it's so nice, I'm just gonna head on over to Mason Mill Park. I made it over to Mason Mill Park on that Peachtree Creek Trail, and I could have kept going and that would have connected me over into Medlock Park, which has more playground equipment. There's a public pool there, baseball fields. One thing I also love about these trails is that in the summertime, it's relatively shaded, so you get a lot of good tree coverage and you're not going to burn up in the sun if you want to take a walk. I'm up here at the DeKalb Tennis Center. I think there's probably like 18 to 20 tennis courts, and they'll do pickleball too. They'll do summer camps for kids here, so this place will be an active scene, especially in the late afternoon and weekends. And then I hear a bunch of kids screaming over here at the Mason Mill Park playground. It's just a super cute playground, so let me walk over there to take a couple more shots of that. And here you go, here is that playground over at Mason Mill Park that I was talking about. Fun little place to play. They got some artificial turf, some swings. I love these slides. And they also do have public bathrooms. And I know that sounds kind of silly to point that out, but trust me, if you've got little kids, you know what I'm talking about. When they gotta go, they gotta go. But there you go, guys. This is kind of an immediate surrounding tour of what is by this home that I showed you. Lots of green space, lots of trails. So if that is something you are into, you are very close by. Now, the only one thing I didn't really hit up was that Toco Hills Shopping Center, but again, 1 mile away, super easy to get to for all of your daily convenience and shopping needs. It's also a great place to go grab a nice casual dinner. There's probably like a dozen different kinds of restaurants there. They just opened up a Fox barbecue over there and a brewery. So yeah, that Toco Hills Shopping Center is kind of a cool, hip place to be. Now, let's just say you like this home, but you don't work at Emory, you don't work at the CDC, you're kind of wondering about some other drive times. Well, to get down to the airport, you're looking at about 35 minutes. If you maybe work over in Buckhead or just want to go over to Buckhead for shopping or nightlife, that is about a 20-minute drive, so pretty super easy. And if you want to get down over to downtown Decatur for some more restaurant options, that's only 3 miles away, so that's about a 10-minute drive. Well, you guys, that pretty much wraps up my tour of that home and its immediate surroundings. What did you think? If you've got questions about that home, feel free to reach out to me. Now, I think it's a great home, especially if you're working over at Emory, the CDC, the VA hospital. It's super convenient to that. It's also just convenient to everyday necessities like grocery stores, restaurants, but you also have the privacy. You're on a dead-end street, so if you're looking for a private home in a quiet area, that is a great option as well. Plus, you know, all of the other little special things about this home. You've got a water well if you want to use that instead of public water. You also have that 5-car garage, which is really hard to find. And of course, you have that basement area. You can make it whatever you want, a rec room, or you can use it as is, has 2-bedroom apartments or something for a multi-generational family to live with you. So there's just so many options with this home. It's something you can grow into, and as your needs change, this home is really adaptable. So I think the best thing to do though is see it in person. If you hear me breathing heavy, I'm walking up a hill. So with that, you guys, I'm gonna head back to that house, jump in my car, and head home. But thanks for joining me. As always, if you see me out in the wild, make sure you say hello. But until next time, you guys, I'll see you around the neighborhood.